Oh, that's loud. Hello, and welcome back to Attorney Chronicles. We're coming back into it. We got all our information, I believe, to go into the trial. Today's the trial day to stop Soseki from going to jail. But the problem is that if we stop him from going to jail, he probably will die, because anybody that's found innocent in this trial, or any trial that's against Baron Barrick von Zykes, they get killed mysteriously like a month later. So it's like a lose-lose scenario going on right now, but we're still going to defend him. We are in court today. I am currently making a bagel because I'm hungry, and yeah, here we go. Let's try it out. I might be a little exhausted. I don't know why. I had very vivid dreams last night and I could not go to bed. You know what my dream was? I was going to win a prize by doing parkour. I don't do parkour. I don't know why, but I was doing amazing in my dream, mind you. I was like flying all over the place. I was using like the little ridges for doors and stuff to traverse. And then there was a certain point that it wasn't a house anymore, so I'm confused. But whatever. Anyway, back to this. Well, I never expected this. Who'd have thought we'd be back here again so soon? We are on a study tour of Great Britain with the intention of learning the country's legal practices, not fucking solving murders right off the bat. In order to research the latest court procedures here, we need as much court experience as possible. Well, yeah, I suppose that's true, but for the person in the dock, it may as well be his or her one and only time in court, and it could be life-changing. In which case, treating it as research may seem a little crass. Oh, when you put it like that, you're quite right. Who's this? I'm gonna say it's Herlock Chomps. Good morning! Nope, wrong guy. Good morning! Ah, Mr. Natsume. Good morning. Oh, dear. Are you alright? Your eyes are terribly bloodshot. I feel like they're always like that. The early bird catches the worm, as they say here in Britain. Yeah, I've heard that expression. But I really don't want to catch a worm. So I tried desperately not to wake up early, but I was so worried I couldn't catch a wink. And now, I'm absolutely exhausted as a result. Let me fill up some water, because I'm going to need it for his voice. Do all literary people take things so literally? Literally? La la la. Let me check on the bagel. How you doing in there, bagel? How much time you got? 5 minutes? I'm going to reduce that to 3 minutes. I got water for Soseki-san's voice, so I don't die slowly. Ugh. Thank you for putting your faith in us today, Mr. Natsume. Anytime. I wish I had 9 lives. My whole future hangs in the balance. I'm too terrified to tremble. Close enough. Really? Because I can feel tremors on the floor. I can't do this. I can't take it. Oh, locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Yeah? I caught a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the courtroom. It looked like an opening night of opera. There were so many people. I had no idea my case was so notorious. It was a notorious affair here in London. Oh, neither did I. Fuck. Do you know why that might be, Mr. Sato? Well, it's probably because you're a Japanese man in English times, and they're super racist here, and so they're ready to throw you under the bus immediately. I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo, but I have no idea. Like, this is the first of the peace treaty between the English and the Japanese right now. So obviously, like, the one person, or I guess 2 people, that they asked from Japan, one of them killed somebody already. So they're all like, oh, I gotta see this. Oh my god. So that all-knowing look on your face is just a coincidence then, isn't it? Don't hide the truth from me. It's because of the Reaper, isn't it? Oh, that could work too. Lord Van Zykes. Yeah, we all knew he was a part of this. I'm confused. Did we forget all of a sudden? Bagel. It's time. Let me apply a generous amount of cream of cheese. I was gonna get some blueberry cream cheese for my blueberry bagels, but I don't know. Something about regular cream cheese, bro, just hits the spot. Also, can we advocate for bigger tubs of cream cheese that aren't like $10, please? Like that'd be awesome. Like why the fuck am I paying $5 for this little tube, and then the bigger one is $10? Like why is cream cheese so expensive? That's what I should be advocating. Lower prices of cream cheese. Like relax. Alright, cool. My bagel is formed. I need a pecan. Squeeze. Also, apparently, I don't know if it's just a New York thing, but like, apparently, Floridians hate putting bagels, like combining both pieces of bagel together. They like to eat it separate, and they think it's crazy that anybody would combine it, which makes no sense to me. It's a bagel. It's a fucking bagel. It has the top and the bottom together already. Makes no sense. Anyway, back to this. Let's present something else. I purchased as many different newspapers as I could to find this morning. Why? Lord Van Zykes is on the front page of every single one. I knew it! Sometime after the prosecutor was dubbed the Reaper of the Bailey, he stopped appearing in court, it seems. It's been several years now, in fact, until the day before yesterday. Yes, Inspector Gregson told us something similar to that, didn't he? Sorry, I was munching. This is exactly what I was trying to say. It could literally spark an international incident. We're the first Japanese people to come over to America. Or to England, sorry. And this is what is happening. I'm still chewing and drinking, don't mind me. Why does he hate me so much? Why is he my Edgeworth? I won the first time. This bastard said I'm friends with him. What the hell? Yeah, so shut up, you bastard. Complaining about your representation. That was a good bagel. Alright, we're in it now. Let's do this. Oh, look at here. What the fuck? Wait a second. The jury's different. They change each time, which makes sense, but I just didn't think they would actually change. Fuck! I gotta get the bagel pieces out of my mouth.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. Hello! Welcome. I now call upon the counsels for prosecution and in defense to declare the willingness to proceed.
Oh, Jesus. I forgot. The prosecution is fully prepared, my lord. The defense is ready, my lord. Oh, excuse me. The Nipponese are truly a fascinating breed. Sorry, what? Lord Strongheart has told me all about you. That you are students who arrived in London but 2 days ago. A mere amateur. Oh, bastard. Do you have a point, you bastard? Being a compatriot, you feel compelled to try to help the accused. I suppose. Typical Nipponese arrogance. Forgive me, but I do not believe arrogance is an appropriate description. Susanna. Oh. After all, at our previous encounter, the defendant was found to be innocent. Yeah, you fucking twat. Yeah, I said twat. Pour your fucking wine.
Very true. And a most fascinating, if dark, trial it was, too. The tragic conclusion came to a later, of course. Where he died. Here's to the acquitted and his unfortunate, violent end.
Motherfucker, you killed him. I'm sorry, why is the jury... I recognize like half the jury. I feel like this is biased.
Thank you, counsels. I see both sides are in fine mettle, whatever the fuck that means. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are you ready to carry out your duties here in court as impartial members of the public?
Oh god, I gotta create so many voices.
You never know when you might be down on your luck, but I believe in fair play for everyone.
Well, I must warn you, I'm rather ruthless than I appear.
What the fuck? I don't know. Oh, well, not me. What you see is what you get. I'm a peace-loving fella. Oh, you. Fuck. How did I do your voice? Oh, fuck. I forgot how I did your voice. I'm afraid. No, that's not how you do it. Fuck. Oh, I forgot how to do her voice. I'm so upset. I love doing her voice. How did it go? I'm afraid it's quite possible that... Yeah, that's what it is. I think it's quite possible Mustache Fauna did indeed. There you go. That's what it was. What the fuck? I don't... You're giving me too many people. I'm gonna forget all their voices. Oh my god. Come on, what are you waiting for? No doubt he did it. Anyway.
Sorry. Didn't quite catch that.
Yeah, close enough. That's too many voices to throw at me all at once.
Very well, let us proceed. Your opening statement, if you please, Lord Van Sykes.
Very recently, Great Britain signed an alliance with a rising power in the Far East. The accused in the dock today is a student from the same land, a certain Mr. Soseki Natsume. And while our country has extended this foreign student the warmest of welcomes, regrettably, the kindness has not been returned. In fact, the student is accused of the most sinister act. My glass! Of plunging a knife into the back of an innocent woman who was doing nothing but walking down the street. A knife crime! I'll tell you from the bitter experience that those are the worst. Bloody oaths they are.
Just look at the solid complexion and short stature. He's he's one of those dreadful Japanese
Fucking racist bastards. Come on, let's get to it over there. With me now, everyone. 1, 2, 3. Guilty, fucker.
Sorry, didn't quite catch that.
They're already voting fucking... The jury are the most fickle people in the entire world. I swear to God, they are able to cast their vote so easily and able to flip it so easily as well. You can never keep them. You lose them instantly. It's just, annoying. Anyway.
Pray, forgive the discourtesy of smashing my hollowed chalice here in this great chamber against the fire. For I do not know how to hold the glass. Allow me to call the first witness to the stand. Very well. Bailiff, lead the inspector in, please.
Is it Gregson? Gregson! Gregson, don't do this. Yes, it's Gregson.
Your name and occupation, please.
Yes, sir! Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector of Scotland Yard.
Would you please summarize the events of the case for the court, Inspector?
What the fuck? This is the first time I saw that person's face.
The victim is thought to be a young woman in her 20s by the name of Olive Graham.
I beg your pardon, Inspector. Thought to be?
Yes, having been stabbed in the back by an attackers of the knife, the victim fell unconscious. That was 3 days ago now, and she's been comatose ever since.
Wait, what? So they don't even know who she is for sure.
Comatose. I see, but her life is not in danger. Fortunately for the Eastern student, the charge will not be murder. Pray elaborate on the details, Inspector.
Sir, if I could ask everyone to look at this street map.
Bastard. Alright, yeah, what the fuck is this? Alright, I'm gonna read it normally because I need to pay attention. As I mentioned before, the incident took place 3 days ago at around 5 in the afternoon. It happened on the pavement running alongside Briar Road, a wide thoroughfare for horse-drawn... Okay. It had not long since stopped snowing, as the victim, Miss Green, was walking down the street. I forgot there's snowing here. Okay, that's her. I'm guessing that's her stamp. Okay. Out of the blue, she was approached from behind by the accused and stabbed in the back. First of all, I'm gonna point right here. Objection, Your Honor. This is circumstantial evidence. You don't actually know that he was there. There are no witnesses pointing to the crime. All you know is that there were books there and you followed the books. That's it. Objection. Luckily, the young lady's life... I'll do the voices now.
Luckily, the young lady's life was spared. She's currently being treated in one of the city's hospitals.
I'm going more English, like American country, but whatever.
But being unconscious as she is, we've been unable to take from her, of course. This is the case file with everything we know about the victim so far.
Yeah, can I have that? I don't know why I wasn't given that before the fucking trial. Give me that. That is obstruction of justice or whatever the fuck. No, thank you. Goodbye. Thank you. Distraction. The case file has been entered in the court. Thank you.
What of the weapon that was used?
Sir, I have that here. It was removed from the victim's back.
Why the fuck did I have none of this shit?
Ouch.
That big thing is starting to make me scared to walk down the street now. With a heavy blade like that, almost anybody would have been able to stab the poor woman. Even the scragged-looking Soseki-san, I suppose.
A common or garden jackknife, I would say. Rather nondescript. Thank you, Inspector. The court accepts the blade as evidence. Now then, what do we know of the motive? Money or valuables, I presume?
From what I can tell by looking at the woman's possessions, it seems like she's a poor student herself. Hard to imagine she would have anything much worth pinching, my lord. My lord.
I see. Well, in that case, are we looking at some deep-seated resentment toward the victim?
I'm afraid I couldn't say. Apart from visiting second-hand bookshops, the defendant, Mr. Natsume, doesn't appear to get out much. At this moment in time, we haven't been able to establish any sort of connection between him and the victim.
Did I just say yes? Why am I raising my hand? If theft and grievance have been ruled out as a motive, what reason could Mr. Natsume possibly have had for stabbing the young woman? Yet you arrested the man in spite of that, in a totally unjustified and heavy-handed way.
Objection!
Oh, jeez. Okay, what? Why? What? Pray forgive the discourtesy of flinging a freshly uncorked bottle into the public gallery, but your words have soured its hallowed banquet. Bouquet? Bouquet? I think I said bouquet instead of banquet. For it is you, my learned friend, who is being heavy-handed here. What? Scotland Yard does not arrest people without good cause. That should be beyond question. Inspector Gregson, the prosecution calls for your formal testimony. Explain to the court precisely why the constabulary came to arrest the Nipponese student. Yes, sir.
As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred. There was unusually light fog, visibility was reasonably good, and there was no one else but the victim but the accused. And the accused. Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement. The accused ran off, scattered his belongings all over the floor. Those being a number of old books he just bought, he was on his way home from a bookshop, it seems. It was just a matter of working out who the books belonged to, and we found the bloke to arrest him.
Okay. Old books, you say?
Yes, my lord. I have a photograph here of the scene of the crime, taken immediately after the incident.
Ah, yes, okay. What do you got for me? What the hell? The tip's missing. The tip wouldn't break off. Also, there's no blood on this knife. Time out. No blood. The tip's broken. You don't break a tip by going into a person. That's just, wow. A small piece of blade appears to be missing. You're right. Well spotted, Mrs. Otto. I wonder what could have happened to it. Yes, you don't think it could still be lodged in the victim, do you? Oh dear, I do hope not. This sounds terribly painful. There's no blood on this bastard. Interesting. Okay. Okay, well that's all I can do. Okay. Yeah, let me read this real quick. The details. Young woman rendered unconscious following a stab wound. Early 20s. Early B8. The victim Maria has a car. Her name was gleaned from a personal fact. Other details are unknown, apart from the single stab wound from the large knife. No other signs of energy. Okay. A meal of government. Okay.
Oh yes, I can see clearly the books to which you are referring. I will take the photographic print as evidence, please, Inspector.
Oh, thank you. Racist ass. Okay, let me see here. Can I look at the books? No. With this. No. Huh? Shoes. Knife itself. Magnified glass. Anything that stands out to y'all? Nothing? I mean, obviously, we might not have something of importance to look at on this paper, but I'm making sure. I'm gonna say that's nothing. Okay. You Nipponese are a spineless breed, too cowardly to admit defeat, denying everything despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Well, forgive me, Lord Van Sykes, but the defendant is not denying everything, as you put it. What are you doing, Mr. Sada? She's fucking helping!
Do go on.
Mr. Natsume has admitted to playing some part in the incident. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, now that you mention it, when we visited him in the prison yesterday, he did tell us what had all happened.
Oh, fuck. As I was walking along the accursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me.
A woman wearing a green overcoat she was. And just as I went to overtake her, she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet. I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran as fast as my legs would carry me, back to my accursed lodgings.
Oh, Jesus.
A green overcoat.
Well, that's exactly what the woman in the print is wearing. Oh my, a photographic print in full color. What will the world come up with next? The defendant has done nothing more than admit he fled the scene of a terrifying incident. That does not mean that he's guilty of a heinous crime of stabbing the woman in the back. There was nobody else there at the time, just the two of them, the victim and the accused. In other words, there is nobody else who could possibly have stabbed the woman. A fact that the accused concedes.
It seems that this cross-examination could prove to be pivotal, counsel. Proceed, please.
Yes, my lord. I have to use this cross-examination to turn the tables. It's our only chance. Right. Alright. First of all, we're gonna save right here. Save that, fucker. Because if you fail the court case, you have to start all over, and I'm not about that. So I save right before I make decisions, just in case. As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred, and it was unusually like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. 1 second. No, okay. I thought we had a coroner's report, time of death, and all that. I forgot this is in the past, so it's gonna be a lot harder. Okay, I don't see anything that I can go against that. Visibility was reasonably good. Excuse me? Visibility was extremely good? Timeout. No, there was a heavy fog. No. Is there anything I can use against it, or do I have to press? Bro, you can... Oh, that's... No, never mind. I thought that was fog settling in. Alright. Let me press it then. Press. Hold it! How are you able to state that with any certainty? Quite simply, my learned friend, because that is what the witness to this crime has told us. Ah, yes. Inspector Gregson mentioned the witness yesterday, didn't he? That's right. One of them is a policeman, I believe, from Scotland Yard.
That is correct, madam.
No, that was... What the fuck was that? The weakness! I forgot! Then we must hear their testimony. The prosecution will of course call them to the stand, should it be necessary. But wait a minute. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon in the middle of winter, it would have been dark already. No matter how light the fog might have been, no one could have seen. I am unaware of the situation on a tiny island in the east. But here in capital city of Great Britain, all main roads are illuminated in the night by gas streetlights. The prosecution believes there would have been ample light by which to witness the crime.
Quite. Here in London, for the first time in history, mankind has completely conquered the darkness.
Which means we really need to hear those witness statements. If I could get through the fog of this cross-examination, maybe we'll be able to.
It seems the counsel for the defense is taking stock. Continue with the sentence.
What the fuck? Okay, so there was nothing useful there. Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement. The accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor. There was being a number of books. He was on his way from the bookshop, it seems. Doesn't matter who the books are, we found the bloke to arrest him.
Hold it!
Tell me more about that. From behind, you say?
That's right, as you can see here from the photograph.
What if she fell on a knife? What if this whole thing is that she fell on it?
Yes, quite so, Inspector. The handle of the weapon is clearly protruding from the victim's back. And you say this poor woman, Miss Green, remains in critical condition? Comatose, no less.
I'm afraid so, my lord, yes. She's been treated at Bart's. I was hopeful that she'd come around before the trial started, so I could take a statement, but it wasn't to be.
Yes, that is indeed a pity. It would have been most illuminating to hear the victim's own account of events.
Luck is on the client's side, it seems. On the contrary, my client has been exceedingly unlucky. Your force of tone is seriously undermined by those disturbingly wide eyes, I'm afraid. Okay. I need something. There's nothing that I see in his statement that I can use evidence against. Well, it just shook like a lot. How did you see the frickin' Mr. Natsume's belongings?
I think you find it... No, that's a different voice. I think you find it all there in the photographic prints of the full crime scene.
Yes.
Yes, 3 books on the floor.
That's right, my lord. Second-hand books, they were. Irreparably damaged after falling in the snow, of course.
The accused could easily have carried all 3 books in one hand, which means his other hand would have been free to wield a knife, for example. Why would he leave books there, though? That makes no sense. He's very clever, isn't he? What do you mean? He's made it extremely hard for you to assert that Mr. Natsume had his hands full with his books. He's managed to close the one avenue of escape we might have had before we even knew it was there.
You mean to say the defendant was holding his belongings as he thrust the knife into the woman's back?
That must be what happened, my lord. Yes.
Hold it!
I gotta press every statement. That's the only way I'm going to be able to do this. The defendant apparently visits a second-hand bookshop on a daily basis.
Yes, so I understand. Shop full of English literature.
I commend the accused on the lofty subject matter of his scholarly attention.
The bloke's room was stacked floor to ceiling with those musty old books.
They were indeed. Can you tell us more about the bookshop in question, please, Inspector?
Well, if I must, I'll have to ask you to look at the street map again, I'm afraid.
Oh, snap. The closest second-hand shop to the accused's lodgings is in the place right here. Bourbon Books, but I have his receipt. He didn't go to Bourbon Books, did he? Customer. He went to your books! Yeah, ha ha! Sucker. Nah. No. Please amend that to your testimony, please. I have evidence. No. Okay, so there's... Why the that's the thing. He would have never seen the lady. He would have never seen the lady on the way that he was going, depending on where your books is at. Where the fuck is your books? I'm sorry, I'm just skipping through this. They think that he no, then he would have ran into it. Nope. Not. No. I found your crack in your testimony, sir.
Yes, I concur with your conclusion, Inspector. The defendant would certainly have passed the scene of the crime on his way home from the particular shop.
Mr. Naruhodo, I think that's what the inspector just told us. I know that. You shush. Bookshop's name. Inspector Gregson, may I ask you a favor?
What?
Would you kindly add the name of the bookshop to your formal testimony, please? I believe it may be of vital importance. Maybe? Oh, well, you know, I mean, yes, it could be very important clue. Please, amend it.
Very well, not that I can see it being any great significance, but please revise your testimony accordingly, Inspector.
Yes, sir, my lord, whatever you say.
Could the man be any more sardonic? I have no idea what that means, but yes, I agree. You're a fucking idiot.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. If I could just stop you right there, Inspector Gregson.
What is this, sunshine? I'm a busy man, you know.
This is a receipt that we found in Mr. Natsume's room. It was issued on the day of the incident and details of the purchase of the three second-hand books.
And you found that in the accused rooms, did you?
Yes, but the point is not where the receipt was found, but the name of the bookshop printed on it. Go on. This receipt was issued from a bookshop called Your Books. Your Books? Y-O-R-E, I presume? Yes, my lord. So Mr. Natsume did indeed purchase a number of books at the second-hand shop that day. However, the bookshop in question was not Bourbon Books.
What? Yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. That's what happens. Oh my god.
Inspector, do you know of this other bookshop?
Yes, sir. Your Books is another second-hand shop not far from Bourbon Books. It's just that, well, it's such a small place. I didn't think the accused would have known about it.
Wow, that's crazy. But in fact, that is the bookshop which the defendant visited on that day in question. And this receipt proves it. What? Objection to what? To what? To facts? Yes, for what difference what it makes. Wherever the man purchases musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis. Your whole argument was based on the fact that he took the same route that the lady did and was able to stab her. It's false! I'm getting so hyped right now. I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've been in court. I disagree. I mean, after all, what's the... I miss Phoenix, right? The confidence on that man sometimes, like... It was a hype up, you know what I mean? And then you get this guy who's like, I don't know. Come on. Oh, yes. Have a look at this, please. Can you first tell me where Your Books is at, though? If the defendant had been returning from Bourbon Books, then yes, he would have most certainly have passed the place where Miss Green was attacked. However, if we take into account the fact that he was actually at another bookshop, Your Books, it may be very well turn out that he wouldn't have passed that location at all.
Could that be true?
Ma, it rather depends on where the other bookshop is, but I do declare it may be a possibility.
Is that right, Mr. Lawyer, sir? What you just said? Absolutely. It absolutely could be right. Watch Your Books be like right next to Bourbon Books. I'm gonna lose my shit.
Inspector Grace, where is this Your Books establishment?
Well, obviously we looked into that.
Oh, that's so crazy.
It turns out Your Books...
Holy shit. I mean, it's a possibility, but in reality, why would he take that road? Because it's much longer. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. That doesn't really help us, I don't think. I mean, it establishes a second route that he would have taken, possibly. And there you have it, as you can clearly see now. Oh. Yeah, pour the wine. I would have poured the wine too, god damn it.
My learned Nipponese friend is obviously in training to be a clown, the way he regales us with such witticisms. To your future career in the circus,
you bitch. You put that glass down now, or I'll put you down.
I, didn't think I needed to spell it out, but here we go. If the accused was coming home from Your Books instead of Bourbon Books, there's no doubt he still would have passed the place where the victim was stabbed.
Yes, thank you, Inspector.
Allow me to reiterate from my learned... Is it learn? I feel like it's learned. I don't know. Learned sounds better. I don't know. It sounds more degrading, I guess. If somewhat slow, Nipponese friend. Bro, why? How many glasses you got? Wherever the man purchased his musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis. Like I said, you dumbass. Be gone from this hallowed hall. Oh, I forgot her name.
As I suspected, you can fool me, and I don't suggest you try.
What did I say, eh? I've had enough of this now. Beg your pardon. Terribly sorry, but would you mind repeating that?
Mr. Naruhodo, we mustn't give up. What do you mean? If the prosecution's assertion is correct, the members of the jury may very well decide that Mr. Natsume is guilty. She's absolutely right. We must think. We must consider the assertion just put forward by the prosecution very, very carefully. They claim Soseki-san must have passed the location. It is a possibility. I mean, there's a possibility that he ran the other way. The assertion just made by the prosecution is fundamentally flawed.
Explain yourself, counsel.
Yes, my lord. You can see what I mean on this map. When returning from your books to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume could have followed the route suggested by the prosecution. However, that isn't the only conceivable route to take between the two places. If the defendant used these streets, look what happens. He arrives back at his lodgings without passing the location where the victim was attacked. Talking back to a clown is a fool's errand, of course. However, I feel compelled to point out that route is what is commonly referred to as the long way around. On a cold winter's night, why would any man choose to take a longer route home? Well, yeah. The answer is extremely simple. He wouldn't. In other words, the accused took the obvious route back to his lodgings, and is obvious perpetrator of this crime. Yes, I've got it. Obviously, we must ask the man himself. Ask Mr. Natsume which route he took home. I have already informed the court of the accuser's response to such questioning. He claims he has no recollection. Ah, awesome. That's right. As I said, the bloke seems to spend his time outside wandering aimlessly from A to B. That day was no exception. He says he doesn't remember where he was or which route he took home. Where the fuck? Soseki, bro, you're letting me down. Same. Okay. I thank you, my learned friend, and suggest that we do not waste any more of the court's time by wandering aimlessly around the subject. Pray, what say you, insightful jurors? But even if this case... Oh, who the fuck said it? Is it all of them that said it? I agree with Loud Van Zykes, wholeheartedly, in every way. What? I don't believe it. Does this mean... We members of the jury are completely convinced now. Great.
Very well, in that case I hereby call upon all members of the jury to present your findings to the court.
Oh, there goes that.
Guilty.
Oh.
Guilty.
Okay, I did pretty good with the voice. Okay, not with her voice.
Guilty.
When do they add voice lines? Oh yeah, kitchen off. Ah. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
It would appear the jury's leaning is unanimous.
Dude, I was in court for 5 minutes. To the insightful members of the jury, I applaud your brave resolve. You serve Queen and country admirably. Mr. Naruhodo. No, not yet. This isn't over yet. I still have one last chance to sway the opinion of the jury. I have to tip the balance of the scales the other way. I have to turn this around somehow. Those eyes are the eyes, the eyes. Those are the eyes of Quarry, not yet willing to give up and die. I don't know, this kind of looks like giving up eyes, but it's fine. So I presume you intend to wield your rights again in this trial. Rights of the defense written in the antiquated British law that should have been buried long ago. Call it antiquated if you will, but it's the defense's prerogative to carry out a summation examination if it chooses.
Very well, counsel. In accordance with the letter of the law, we shall proceed with the summation examination. Are the members of the jury ready, Mr. Foreman?
Of course, ready. I'm all too familiar with that Nipponese whippersnapper on his uncle's refusal to throw in his alley.
Yo, listen, I literally proved you're, we're lying in the last time. Like, not my fault. Okay, stop lying. He just fucking hates me and he just wants us to be guilty.
Very well then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you determine the defendant to be guilty.
Alright. Judicial findings. Alright, what the fuck? Why the fuck do you think I'm guilty?
For pity's sake, that little Nipponese already admitted it himself, didn't he?
If he said that a woman in green collapsed before his eyes, why it can only have been the victim?
The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop, not in winter.
So the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful.
I really don't care. Can't we just wrap this up now? I've got work to be done.
Your books, yes. My shop's at for bourbon books. No, not worth a visit. Okay, what?
With only minor exceptions, the reasons for the finding the defendant guilty are all too clear.
Yeah. Minor exceptions make them major.
When the stabbing occurred, the only two people at the scene were the victim and the accused. And the accused himself has admitted to seeing the victim in a green overcoat sink to the ground before his eyes. Furthermore, we have heard from the inspector that the defendant then fled the scene. I must say I would have ample grounds to convict this man already.
Oh dear, even the judge appears to be convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt now. And how are we supposed to believe in some phantom attacker that nobody could see? Watch it be the snowman. This is impossible. How can I possibly make a case for the defense? Mr. Naruhodo, this is no time for grumbling. If we want to force the trial to continue. Yes, I know. I have to turn the tide. I must make the jurors change their mind. Well, 4 of them at least. Exactly. We have no choice but to forge forward.
You have the floor, counsel. Begin your summation examination.
Yes, my lord. I just need to keep this trial going somehow, whatever it takes. Come on, you can do it. Can we? I don't know. Oh. Jury examination. What the fuck is pit? Oh. What the fuck? So this is to compare 2 different things. Okay, let's start pressing. Let's press you. But you can't deny that there are other routes Mr. Natsume could have taken from your books. Oh yes, like you drew on the map, you mean. What was it? Calabash Road or something? Precisely. But it seems to me that what counts is whether the little Japanese fellow actually went that way or not. Well, yeah, that's true. And at the moment, there's no proof that shows that he did, is there? Well, yes, that's true as well. And as I understand it, the accused himself doesn't remember which way he went, does he? Well, yes, that's annoyingly true. Winter nights are dark and cold, so the way I see it, you want to get home as quickly as possible. Well, yes, that's also true. So really, the only thing that makes sense is that he went home along Briar Road. I've given it a lot of thought, you know. I didn't just make up my mind on a whim that he did it. I mean, if there was some logical reason why he might have gone to Calabash Road, it'd be different. I'd be happy to reconsider my position in the case, honestly, what would? Oops, nope, go back. Do we have anything that shows that he would have gone the other way? Hmm. I don't think I have any evidence right now. Okay. Okay, let's talk to people that have no fucking reason for anything, like you, sir. These two guys.
Hold it!
A man's life is on the line here, sir. This will take as long as it takes.
Don't get clever with me now, son. My life's on the line too, and so is my family's.
Ah.
The likes of you wouldn't understand, but a laborer like me can't afford to take time off. If I don't work, I don't eat, and neither do the wife and kids.
Oh, I see. That must be very hard.
I go to the union every morning to find out what needs doing. If you're late and the work's taken, it's tough. This time of year, there's water and gas supply pipes bursting left and right and center. They're after cheap labor to get the roads dug up to fix it. It's a hard slog from dawn to dusk, it is.
So, you were out digging up the roads on the day of the incident as well, were you?
That's right. In fact, if I remember rightly, it was just around the corner by that old bookshop it was.
What?
That's right.
Ha ha! Bastard. So the fucking road was under construction. Why would he go down that road? Juror number 5, I need you to add that information to your formal statement, please.
What point is that? Can't we just get this business over with now?
I'm sorry, your kids are gonna starve. You just gave me something good. Okay, perfect. Mershon Street, and just to double check, yep, they were doing construction, so that's why he would go the other way around. Thank you, sir. If you could just tell this fucking idiot right here, that'd be great. Those two statements are clearly at odds with one another.
At odds, counsel? Explain yourself.
Please don't point at me. It wasn't me, I swear.
What? I just want to get this done and dusted.
Well, juror number 3. Oh, me, sir? What do you mean? Juror number 5's words just now are extremely significant. Let's take a moment to consider the implications of what's been said on the map of your local area. On the day in question, Mr. Natsume visited this bookshop to purchase a number of secondhand books. And on the same day, we know now that there were works being carried out on Mearsham Street, making it impassable. Which means that the defendant's route home could not have taken him along Mearsham Street and down Bryan Road. Oh yes, of course. What did you think, sir?
Well, yes, you can't argue with that, really, can you? We must have had good 2 yards or more of the pavement up. Every gentleman and gentlewoman that came along had to turn back and go the other way.
So the only conclusion is this. The defendant must have taken the longer route back to his lodgings. Yes, I suppose he must have.
I suppose that must have been right, eh?
Juror number 3, you said the following. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back to the bookshop, but we see now that he had no choice. Thank you. My lord, Mr. Judge, sir, if I may. Yes. I don't think in all good conscience that I could say the man's guilty. Yes, I'd like to see this trial continue so we can get to the bottom of what really happened. Innocent sucker. Give me that. Bring it back. What about you, sir?
Who, me? Well, alright then. There's a hole in the prosecution's argument, it should be filled in. That's what I say.
Thank you. I like you now. Let's go. Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo. That's wonderful. Well, we've managed to change a couple minds at least. It's strengthened our position somewhat. Yes, and it will prompt the other members of the jury to reconsider their stance as well. They'll be asking themselves if the current leanings are really right or not. Now, if we could just identify one more clue or discrepancy that would make them doubt Mr. Natsume, we might be able to tip the balance completely. Yes, that's exactly what we gotta do. Van Zykes is looking to bring this trial to an early conclusion. That's what we have to prevent by whatever means we have at our disposal.
Thank you, counsel. On with the summation examination.
Yes, my lord. Alright, you guys are good now. Alright.
Hold it!
Oops, sorry. Hold it, you said? Hold what?
No, what I said was hold it. What I wanted to ask was, do you visit your books often?
I like the old books they have in here, yes. I enjoy reading them over a nice cup of old tea. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're really all talking about.
And at what time did you visit your books on the day in question?
Well, I was picking out books in there all afternoon, and it would have been just before 5 that I left. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're talking about.
Just before 5, you say? Wait a fucking second. He's wearing a green coat. Did he collapse? He's wearing a green coat. Did he collapse and Mr. fucking Soseki ran? And he thought it was a woman? He just saw someone with a green coat. Oh my god. But how did his books get there? Did he drop it there? And then they moved it? This is all staged. Something's up.
Oh yes, no mistake there. I remember it well. I'm not absolute to forget the day in a hurry. Not after the dreadful time I had.
What do you mean?
Well, I was walking down Calabash Road when I slipped on the ice and donked my head. It's always worse after the snow stopped falling. That's when it's most slippery. Knocked myself clean out, I did. I really thought my number was up.
Yep. Let me get this straight. This happened on Calabash Road?
That's right. I live in Corn Pot, you see. Heading down Calabash Road is the quickest way for me to get back from your books.
Juror number 6, I must insist that you add that information to your formal statement.
Sorry, extremely sick. No, I'm quite alright now.
Close enough. You've changed 2 of the jurors' minds, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, just 2 more to go. Deliver the finishing blow.
I got this.
Okay, so go back to him. I slipped over that evening on Calabash Road and knocked myself clean out. If he said that a woman in green collapsed before his eyes, well, it could have only been the victim. Do I present it or do I press her? I'm gonna present it. Yep. Those 2 statements clearly show a flaw in the jury's reasoning.
A flaw? What are you talking about, counsel?
Well, juror number 2, juror number 6.
Whatever do you mean?
I forgot her first. I think perhaps the old man didn't hear you. Unbelievable. It's not like I was loud or anything. There's at least one fact of which we can be sure here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly indicates that on the day of the attack... I was like, where's Calabash Road again? Calabash. Okay, yeah. So he likes it. It's closer for him, so he definitely went down the road. He had been to your books and purchased a number of second-hand titles. He then returned home on foot.
But the man says he has no recollection of his return journey.
That's correct. But what he does remember is seeing someone appear in front of him on the way. Someone in a green overcoat who suddenly collapsed on the pavement before his eyes.
Yes, we are all aware of all of this. Poor young woman was stabbed, obviously.
Objection.
Shut the fuck up. Can we really be sure of that, madam?
Whatever do you mean?
I'm sure you heard juror number 6's account of what happened to him that day. That same afternoon, there was somebody else's apart from the victim, who was wearing a green overcoat and who fell over on the icy streets in the neighborhood. My goodness, you mean... That's right. I'm referring to, of course, the hard of hearing juror number 6.
Are you really suggesting that the person in green overcoat who the defendant saw collapse in front of his eyes was the jolly old gentleman on the hidden bench here with me?
That is entirely possible, yes. After all, the old man has somewhat similar build to the victim. Well, look at that.
My goodness me.
Sorry, you had to pee? And crucially, we know precisely where the old man in green overcoat fell. On Calabash Road. Therefore, if the person who Mr. Natsume saw collapsing in front of him, it means the defendant must have taken the long route back to his lodgings. And if that's true, then clearly, the crime scene on Briar Road where the woman was stabbed was not on his way home. But how did his books get there? Well, you said that the books were unidentifiable, so you don't know if those are his.
You idiot, old man. If you hadn't been so daft as to be roaming around there, we'd have blocked us off hours ago.
And really, what were you thinking wearing such a befuddling clothes?
What do you say to me?
It's a crime. I forgot his voice. Jesus. Is it a crime for the... Oh, fuck. Is it a crime for the elderly to walk the streets these days? Is it a crime to slip over your over on ice?
Is it a crime to keep up with the latest styles and wear a beautiful green overcoat?
Her? Hello? I'm sorry, are you against this? Oh, okay, my lord.
My lord, I do hope it won't cause any inconvenience, but...
You'd like to change your leading, I presume?
Yes, I do declare that I would.
Thank you.
I would too. I forgot your voice.
Yeah. Man, I forgot his voice. Damn, I can't do his voice anymore. I can't remember it. How to do it.
Yeah. What is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
Is it really such a crime to change your mind? Is it well?
Fuck, I can't do it anymore. I forgot to do it.
Yes, there we go. I don't know, close enough. Well, I don't know.
Oh dearie me. Oh dearie me. I don't know really. I don't know, close enough.
Well, the summation examination has concluded with a rather large shift in opinion. The ayes 2, the noes 4. So the noes have it. Not guilty, they say. Which means we no longer have a consensus among the members of the jury. The trial will continue.
Objection!
I'm sorry, what? I have evidence. Where's my phone? Let me check my phone. Make sure nobody's texting me. He's throwing his glass anyway. I have like 10 hours. Wait, what is he saying?
I, Baron von Van Zykes, and all of the names in all the land,
could it seem churlish of me to drink from my hallowed chalice moments after raising an objection? Oh, my phone's charging. I forgot.
I stand here before you, Mr. Fake Phoenix Wright, Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I tell you from the bottom of my soul that I will make sure that you tremble beneath me. I will put you and all of you in jail if it's the last thing I do. Anyway, only to crush it in disgust. Pray forgive the discourtesy. I do have a bunch of texts. Let me check real quick. It seems I must retract my earlier remark.
What do you mean?
I mistakenly credited these jurors with intelligence by describing them as insightful. Yet we have witnessed just them falling apart for a cheap trick performed by an Eastern entertainer.
What the fuck? I haven't tricked anyone. Everything I said is the truth.
Indeed. Stalwart juror number 5 was undoubtedly repairing the road as he claims. I believe you said it was a good 2 yards of the pavement, which you had excavated, sir.
That's right, it took me the whole day, and they paid me measly tuppence for it.
Now, my learned Nipponese friend, tell me, do you have any notion of the distance that 2 yards represents?
Well, if I'm honest, I don't have a clue, no. 2 yards is less than 2 meters. Less than 2 meters, that's not much at all.
In other words, a distance readily vaulted by anyone of moderate vigor. Would you not agree, my stalwart friend?
Me? Well, I can't say you're wrong, no.
And did you perchance erect a sign to prevent pedestrians from passing the site of your words?
I wouldn't dream of it. What a waste of time. No coaches would have had a hope of passing anyway, and we just turn any gentlefolk back when they come. Kids just jump right over us all the time.
The accused is no gentleman as far as I can see. I have very little doubt, however, that he could spring over a 2-yard bench trench in the meanderings around town.
The incontrovertible truth is that the books just purchased by the accused were found at the scene. There being no doubt that on his way back to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume walked down Briar Road. And, old man,
Cold man, we can talk.
you say that around 5 o'clock on the day in question, you slipped and fell on Calabash Road. Pray, was there a suspicious-looking Nipponese behind you at the time?
Oh, I can't say as I remember. I don't know.
You don't remember? How about a wager, my learned friend? You say it was this old man that the accused saw, but I would lay 1,000 to 1 against you being able to prove it. Bastard.
Order! Lord Van Sykes, explain yourself.
My lord,
If you had such a trenchant argument up your sleeve, why in the world did you not proffer it during the summation examination?
I wanted to give this foreign young student the sightseeing experience he no doubt came for. I would want him to see for himself how the opinion of the jury is so readily swayed. But my hospitality has its limits, and they have been reached, I feel. Oh, he threw off his cape. So, my learned friend, today's sightseeing tour of London is now over. What are you talking about? My lord! The prosecution requests permission to call its next witness to the stand. Granted, bailiff.
Bring forth the witness.
Is it the fucking police officer?
Mr. Naruhodo, do you not remember? We've been told on several occasions that there were eyewitnesses to the incident.
Yes, I remember, one of them being Scotland Yard policeman, no less.
I'm afraid that's likely to be the prosecution's next witness.
Alright, no matter who Van Sykes brings to the stand as his witness, and no matter what they say, I believe in Soseki-san. I know he's innocent. I'll keep believing to the very end until this battle's over. Was this a to be continued now? Oh? No? Who the hell? I'm sorry. What? Who the fuck? What is this?
Constable Rowley Bates, sir. Nothing to report on the streets, sir.
I'm sorry. They're married? How old are these people?
What the fuck? And I'm Mrs. B. Patricia's my name. I'm proud to say I'm this young town's hero's wife.
How old are you? What's the story here?
Well, in truth, we've not married long. In fact, we celebrated our first anniversary only the other day.
No, it was your husband I was asking about. He seems tired.
Hardly surprising. Whilst being an honorable occupation, patrolling the beats is the most demanding work in the world.
Oh, really?
Indeed, apart from rare tests off, our gallant officers charge some 20 miles a day, you know. The patrolling boarding houses and pubs, collecting taxes, survey the streets and check the meters are reading true. And they're responsible for keeping the streets clean and lighting and extinguishing our street lights.
There are a number of items on that list that don't sound much like policing duties at all. I wouldn't just be falling asleep on my feet, I'd have collapsed a long time ago. Oh, that's her. That's me.
But it goes without saying that a policeman's primary duty is the apprehension of criminals. Even when he's off duty, the constable is expected to investigate and resolve any crimes on his beat. For the London Bobby is the man of honor.
And a man of slumber, it would seem.
On the day in question, this man and his wife were walking down Briar Road in the opposite direction, and they witnessed the incident as it occurred. Is that not correct, Mr. and Mrs. Beat?
That's right, sir, isn't it, Rowley? Constable Rowley Beats, sir. Nothing to report on the streets, sir.
What a great witness he's going to be.
Very good. I'd like to hear your formal testimonies now, please. You will tell the court exactly what you saw on the afternoon of the incident.
Yes, sir! What the fuck are these people? He's sleeping already. It was our wedding anniversary and Rolly was taking me out for a meal. There was no time to change afterward. Anyway, two silhouettes appeared out of the fog on the pavement in front of us. All of a sudden, one of them just collapsed on the floor, and then the other scattered something before running off. We ran straight over, of course, and then went for help at the nearby police box. It was definitely that Japanese man in the dock. Rolly and I both saw him clearly as day. Rolly said jack shit, so I don't think so. Oh dear, the policeman and his wife are claiming to have positively identified Mr. Oh god, I'm getting tired. What time is it? Or how long have I been streaming? An hour 11? Okay. The alternative course of events that you established in the summation of banquet. Oh. Oh, February 18th. Okay, sorry, I was looking at my calendar. It's death knell, in fact, because that alternative was never viable in the first place. What an unfortunate behancing, and on your wedding anniversary too. Oh, I know, but I still managed to go out for the evening with my man, and I thank the Lord for that. Y'all are like 5. Gosh, the life of the London Bobby sounds very hard indeed. Indeed, however, this cross-examination will be of 1 minute. You may as well take the rest of this afternoon. What do you mean by that? My learned friend, the witness, saw the face of the man fleeing the scene. They are testifying under oath that it was without a doubt the accused, Mrs. Soseki Natsume. And one of these witnesses is a policeman, no less. So you appreciate the gravity of the situation, I'm sure. Except that man's so tired and his wife has to do all the talking.
Enough preamble, counsel for the defense. Commence the cross-examination, please.
Yes, my lord. He's fucking chewing on his thing. Nah. Wait. Time out. Nope, wait. Nope, I can't check it here. I can't do it here because I'm cross-examining.
Hold it!
Alright, what the fuck did you see? 2 silhouettes. Oh, okay, I forgot about this. So while she's talking, because she's the only one talking, he can react if something's up. Oh. Was that a pump figure followed by a scrawny, thin-looking man? What does that sound like? Yep. You're certain that at the time there was nobody else nearby? Oh yes, quite certain. It was dark, but there are streetlights on Briar Road, you see. There was nobody else around at all. I'm sorry, are they attached by the scarf? Is that what's going on? You can see fairly long a way down the pavement. There's a streetlight. I didn't see any other pedestrians. Are you quite sure what you just said? What the frick are you doing? What the frick? How old are you? What is this? Court record. Okay, now I can do it. People. They tell me their ages. What? They're 21 or 23? They look like babies! What the frick? Oh my god! Why do they look a lot younger than me? I'm not even in this record, am I? Damn, I was gonna look at my age. Oh my god. They look like Iris's age, and she's 10! Oh my god. Oh, that is whatever you. What is happening?
Hold it!
What the fuck? I wasn't insulting your eyesight, you psycho. You're gonna kill him. The mustache, the hunchback, and the cat-like eyes, the top mouth, and the snub nose will go. I gotta just keep pressing for information.
Hold it!
Yep, chopped a number of them all around with the pavement.
Hold it!
I'm running out of shit.
Hold it!
I'm sorry that I'm not talking about it right now, or using their voices. My throat hurts a little bit. Okay, I think I pressed everything but one statement. Not that. I did that one, I did that one, I did that one, I did that one. It's only this one that I haven't pressed yet. What the fuck? Stop it. No, don't support this. That's everything. What the fuck is happening? Oh, every single one? Gladly, tell me every name of the books that you saw. Yeah, add that to your testimony. Tell me what books you saw on the night in question, please. Then do so. What the fuck? What's it earnings? Then there was a meal for someone, and the last one was the. You just counted 4 books. What the fuck is that? He just pulled out a gun? How did you get this in here? Okay, so it has to be that last part. I could even tell you the names of the 4 books. Oh, 4 books. She says 4 books right there. He only bought 3.
Objection!
Mm-hmm. How did Von Sykes not see this? Yeah, bruh. Someone else was there. Even in the book, the picture itself, there's only 3. Thank you.
Objection!
Why are you objecting? Why? Why now?
Objection!
Uh-huh. I just love that you people save evidence until I point it out. Like, it's really cool. What the frick? What does it say? The lion's pride? Oh. That was a book from Mr. Garrideb's house. Wow. She had that book. Picture of Monsieur Lecoq. What's it? Yearnings. Canterbury yearnings. A meal for someone. A meal for Gabarao. And what is remembers the book's title flawlessly and save for a few minor details. Of course you do. Yeah, can you stop fucking hiding shit until you need it? Oh, it's burnt. Thank you. I was hoping I could open it. Broskies. How do you not remember? What the fuck? Well, here we go. Everybody's gonna change their minds now. They've seen all the evidence, now they're gonna be like, oh my god. If I back in the wrong way now, it could very well make matters worse. So guess what we're doing? We're just saving right now. I mean, I know. Do I raise an objection now, or do I wait and see? Raise a fucking objection.
Objection!
I hate this man. Nah, keep fighting, girl. Tell him. Yeah, tell him. Yeah, correct. 100% yes. You don't just add it and say that sucks. Added it after. You can't do shit now. No. Yes. Yes, 100%. Obviously, Mr. Garadeb knows this woman. She has the fucking book. It's the book.
Take that! Objection!
It is very significant, my good sir. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Excuse me. Girl, I already looked at it.
Got it!
I would like to ask the court to observe the back of the book in question, please.
The back of the book? What? Good gracious. It's been burned to a crisp.
So we have to ask ourselves, why was the victim clutching what is clearly an unreadable book? It is undeniably an extremely unnatural thing for her to have been doing.
Objection!
Unnatural, you say? And what of it, my Japanese friend? Were I to concede the point, if it bears no relation to the case, there is nothing to discuss. So should you wish to assert that the fire damage is some veiled clue as to what happened, pray, do enlighten us all. There is just one possibility here, which I can't bring myself to rely on. It's an outside chance, certainly, but we'll try. Alright, I'll explain my theory. What are you suggesting that you can ascertain its owner? My lord, the burn on the back of this book reveals a startling truth about the book's owner.
I beg your pardon.
But we already know who the book belongs to. No, we don't. The victim was gripping it in her hand as she fell to the floor. After all, it's obviously hers. The question of how this book came to be in the victim's hand has yet to be answered. However, as to the questions of who the book really belongs to and where it originated, the defense has very credible answers, my good man. Very well, I play along with your futile attempt. But do remember, the members of the jury may burn you if your little gamble goes awry.
Counsel, the defense response is here likely to influence the final outcome of this trial. So tell me, who do you claim to be the owner of this burnt book?
Take that!
The answer is that the book belongs to the couple who owned the house. Damn, we're just gonna air out all their dirty laundry. The couple who owned the house where the defendant has its lodgings. A certain Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb, the landlords. And whether this is some extraordinary coincidence or some kind of fate at work, I don't know. But of all people in London, one of the 6 chosen for the jury duty in this courtroom today is none other than Mrs. Garadeb herself. Oh, damn, you're just gonna sell her out. I think you must be mistaken, sir. I'm not his wife. I'm his maid, you fuck. Thing is, would be understood if you would just drop the pretense. Alright then, how about a simple question for you? Have you ever seen this book in Mr. Garadeb's house? I would never presume to know all the books he keeps there. This is outlandish behavior. This woman is the accused landlady, you say. You implicated this hard-working member of the public. You besmirch her without a shred of evidence. Your actions are unforgivable. Shut the fuck up. That is not mere conjecture. The defense happens to know. But on the day in question, at almost exactly the same time as the victim was stabbed in the pavement below, another incident was taking place at Mr. Garadeb's home. A fire. A fire, my lord. The Lion's Pride. By Jove! The very same title of the subject of this debate.
Objection!
Yeah. This is risible. All you've told the court is that the book by the same name was involved in the fire, in which case it would be reasonable to assume that it was burnt to ashes. And entirely reasonable to infer that it magically removed itself from the crime scene. Perhaps it would make more sense if I told you that the cause of the fire was a marital discord. Without going into details, it appears that Mrs. Garadeb was considerably enraged. Apparently, she continued to attack Mr. Garadeb even amid the flames. Oh, how awful. As she fucking shakes you. Had all my favorite old novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got a hold of them, that was it. Whoosh, up in smoke. Did she throw a book out the window? Yep.
Objection!
There was a fire happening. Is it the maid? Or quote unquote the maid? There it is. You little foreign trickster, she called me, you bastard. A coward. Just hit that guy randomly. Why are you so mad, bro? Why are they attacking him so much? No, sorry, what was that? I want to get to the next witness and then I'm going to save. As he slowly pours a glass of wine. What the fuck? I forgot he does that. Study them on your own time.
Guilty.
Yeah, there we go.
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty.
Thank you. Yeah, that is correct. Oh, fuck yeah. If you have tricks, I have tricks. Fuck you. Alright, I probably will save now. This is a perfect time to stop. Oh, fuck yeah. To be continued. There we go. They are connected by the scarf. What the hell? Alright, perfect. Let me enter, exit back to the title. Save just in case again, I guess. So I don't have to, yeah, there we go. Sorry for losing my voice, like, near the end. Like I said, it started hurting a little bit. But other than that, I hope you guys still enjoyed. I hope you had a great time listening to what the fuck Van Sykes is and how much people lie in the jury system. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a good one, and goodbye.